Hi everybody, Crazy Eddie here, and today we're going to work on some mining, specifically automated mining. Done with you, done with you, done with you, and you and you. Not actually done with you. So, for automated mining, we're going to use Rotary craft again. And for that, we're going to use the boring machine. I'm pretty sure it won't be all that boring. And we're going to hook up a 4-to-1 gearbox to some other machines. Which I shall now produce for you. First off, we need to produce ethanol. And for that, we're going to need a fermenter. And I think up here will be a suitable place for it. And I shall put some things in it as soon as it's morning. Okay, so with a stack of sugar and a stack of dirt, we shall work on a stack of yeast. Except we need power. Not a problem. We'll just move this over. Okay, so this ought to do it. Dirt, sugar, power. Probably way more power than I need. It just needs some water. And off it goes. Enderman. All over the place. It's rather annoying. Okay, it's just the one Enderman, but look what he did. All over my house. I'm just saying. Well, anyway. My sugar is almost completely done turning into yeast. And then I'll be able to change that into sludge. Just like this. Trees go on the bottom, yeast goes in the top, and I'm a fermenter. Well, while I'm waiting for that sludge to come up, I figure I may as well catch you up on the windmill. I decided to go ahead and use Immersive Engineering's wiring, since that's what mod the windmill came from, and put the wires down here to a wooden kinesis pipe, down to stone, which is going down to a basic capacitor bank from Ender.io. It's only coming in at 10 RF per tick, but right now I'm not using that much power, so should be enough to power everything. Once I have it connected properly anyway. Okay, so our sludge is fully produced. And since we have our furnace all powered up, we can just toss it in there. And in mere moments, we should have all the ethanol crystals we need. And the ethanol crystals are ready to put into my engine. I've also got a gearbox, dynamometer so I can check my torque, and the actual boring machine, plus lubricant, a tube to pump it through, and a reinforced strong box to put the product into. I decided to go with that so that I could bring it back upstairs with me later. Ah, there we go. So yeah, should be doing a 7x2 area. And if I were putting more torque in, it would get more. Let's turn that one back on and see what happens. Only requiring 240 Newton meters, and I'm delivering 512. Seems like it should handle more area. $168. Cool. So, interesting thing, when you knock out these mining pipes, it deletes them all the way down the line. Somewhat more interesting, though, is that the pipes continue to come into existence further down, which lets you walk freely among them while it's still drilling. So that's interesting and somewhat useful. Something else I'm kind of curious about. According to the Rotary Craft book, the boring machine ignores liquids. I'm not entirely sure what that means by ignore. Do the liquids just flow through the pipes? Or does the pipe delete the liquids? Or does it simply stop the liquids from flowing but leave them in place? Looks as if I should find out soon. I'm going to guess that there was a source block there and it was deleted. So yeah, I need more engines on here so that I can bore a larger area, or bigger engines, and more bores. I could also stand for this thing to pick up some diamonds. Hey, I finally found some diamond ore. Of course, it's not going to multiply it in any way, since I don't have any enchantments applied to the bore. But still, I have a diamond. And soon I should have more. Enchantments can be applied to the bore, which I suppose is what I'll work on next. Aside from giving it more power. And there is a type of variable transmission which I want to apply to it as well. Okay, so after about an hour and a half of digging, my engine's got a little less than 30 seconds of fuel left. And the haul has been fairly decent. Almost a dozen diamonds, which is what I needed the most. I'll be able to increase it a lot more once I get some enchanted books to throw into it. But thought you might be interested to see exactly how far this thing drills on about a stack and a half of, or stack and a quarter really, of fuel. And it is probably done now, so I think it's safe to say this is as far as it goes. Quite a ways. I had to stop for a lunch break. So pretty close to 200 meters. Of course, that's with it at just barely over half of the space taken up. If I had been digging with a full hole and 2 engines, I probably would have gotten around half as far. But still, not a bad haul, and it's enough for me to start getting some things done. And the rotary screwdriver does work like a wrench, so that's handy. So I'm going to leave this stuff here for now, but I do have plans. And now I have materials with which to execute those plans. Okay, so I needed the extra iron so I could come up with this. I have decided for my tree farm to stick with the Rotary Craft theme. And use woodcutters. No, that's not what I want to do at all. And we want torque, yes. And torque. Alright. All we need now is lubricant for the gearboxes and fire for the oil. Alright, lubricant, pipe, okay, and we have approximately 8 buckets of lubricant apiece. I think we're ready to crank this puppy up. And while that's heating up, I'll just gather some saplings. And two's enough for starters. Not bad. Alrighty then. So we've got our mining going, and we've gotten our tree farm going. Next episode, one way or the other, I'm going to do some exploring. Till then, be sure to check out my other videos. Subscribe and like. Have some fun, build something cool, and have a nice day.